Hello everyone, it's Kitty Clinical here with another video, and today I'm going to be commenting on the medical school acceptance rates by race or ethnicity for the year 2022 to 2023. So this data was pulled by MedEdits.com. I have made a few videos in the past about this data, but I think it is also still worth mentioning today. And we've talked about this, the numbers here, and I want to focus today on whether or not being black or African American helps your chances of becoming a doctor. Now, this is obviously a very controversial topic. I know that affirmative action is a very, very big deal in politics, in government policies, and in everyday conversation, ethics, morality, all of that stuff. I do want to, before I begin, I'm going to just say that as I'm talking, I'm going to be using the exact phrasing in this website, black or African American, because a lot of people feel weird about using the word black. Some people feel weird about using the word African American. And realistically, people use both phrases, but to one person, one word might be considered bad. Another person might consider the other word bad. Being black can also mean that you're not just from Africa. There's also the Caribbean. So that's one reason. That's a legitimate reason, in my opinion, why calling someone African American might be seen as not necessarily accurate, because they might not be from Africa. They might identify with Caribbean culture, or maybe they just have dark skin and they're not from either place. There's so many things that are lumped into this phrase, that I'm just going to use the phrase black or African American plainly, just to avoid confusion. So the percent acceptance rate for those who are black or African American is 39% on this table. And this is specifically for the year 2022 to 2023. No, I do not know the trends from the previous years, but this video is going to be commenting on this most recent academic cycle. The trends and all of that other stuff from the historical times, that is outside the scope of this video. So if you are interested in that information, feel free to go outside of this video and look it up. But I'm going to focus on the most recent data here because I think that is the most important video information for this topic. 39%. So this number, if you look in comparison to the other numbers, is significantly lower. In fact, it is one of the lowest numbers on this chart. 39% is less than 40%. And I would consider 40% to be a soft threshold here, because Asian, 46%, Native Hawaiian, other Pacific Islander, 44%, Hispanic, 47%, white, 44%. You're looking at a lot of other races or ethnicities that are over 40%, and even American Indian and Alaska Native is over 50%, which tells you something, that being black or African American, statistically, I'm not saying that, because causation does not equal, correlation does not equal causation here, right? Like, it's just one factor, one response that you put on your application. It doesn't have any actual meaning outside of that, right? Because your GPA, I still maintain that your GPA is more important, your MCAT score is more important, your letters of recommendation are way more important. All that stuff is way more important than your race or ethnicity. But it is something that we feel is worth mentioning here because of the percent disparity between other races, specifically Asian, American Indian, Alaska Native, Hispanic, Latino, or Spanish origin. All of those other numbers are much higher than black or African American. In fact, they're over 5 or 6% higher than black or African American. So, I mean, I just think that's pretty interesting, considering how the political climate is right now in America, and how affirmative action has been such a big deal. We talk about affirmative action all the time, and we talk about how we need to give equity to those who need it. No, equity, equality, I'm kind of using sort of the similar phrasing here. Obviously, equity and equality are different, and we can get into a future video about the difference between equality or equity, but I do think it's worth mentioning here that Yes, this number exists, 39%, much lower than the other numbers, but I don't want you to feel misled that this is not the end of the world, right? Because there's so many more factors that play a role into the acceptance rate in the medical school admissions process than simply race or ethnicity. So leave a like and comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. I'm simply reporting on the facts here. I'm not making any specific commentary on race or ethnicity per se. I'm simply talking about the percent acceptance rate and how these numbers, interestingly enough, are different. And are they different for any particular reason? We don't know, but that's simply the data that is here in our MedEdits.com website. I'd be more than happy to have further conversation about this with everyone, whether or not you are Black or African American, and I will see you in the next video.